guys, and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. Today we're doing a walk around video on this 2013 VF SSV Redline. We'll start off on the front. As you can see, you have the iconic Holden badging in the middle with the blacked out grille. Next to those really iconic headlights that are in the VF. And then just below that we've got our color-coded exterior, color-coded exterior front parking sensors. So you've got 3 on each side. And then just below that again, you got your daytime running lights right next to your fog lights as well. As you can see, the previous owner has fitted that black garnish that goes down the bottom, so you're not going to scratch the paintwork on the car. And he's also fitted these stripes on the car as well, so these black stripes. Coming around to the first wheel, so the previous owner has decided to upgrade the wheels. As you can see, finished in that really nice shiny but also sort of matte finish black. And there's not a single scuff on these wheels as well, so really good condition of the wheels. And as you can see, being the SSV, you do have the Brembo brakes as well. Moving down the side of the vehicle, as you can see, we have the indicator integrated into the side fender, into that side vent. That vent is actually not functional, it's just for the aesthetics, just for the look. And then as you can see, we have color-coded exterior mirrors with the chrome door handles with the keyless entry as well. So obviously just clicking that would lock the door, and then clicking again would unlock it. As you can see again, you've got that stripe that goes down the front of the car on the side of the car as well. SS badging on the side as well. Just to let everyone know that obviously this isn't a normal car, it is an SS. And then again, you've got the keyless entry on the back doors as well. We'll stop at our second wheel. As you can see again, really good condition on this wheel as well. I forgot to mention on the front as well, the tyres are pretty much brand new tyres in this car too. So you're going to get a full set of brand new tyres on the car as well. Coming around to the back of the car. As you can see, SSV supercharged, which I haven't told you about yet. So this does actually have a Walkaround supercharger on it, which we'll get more into later on in the video, but it does have the badging on it as well, the twin Walkaround exhaust. What I'll do, I actually don't have the key on me, so we'll come back around a bit later and we'll take a look inside the boot. Also, we have our color-coded reverse parking sensor as well, with the reverse camera that's fitted on the SSV as well. Stopping at our third wheel. This wheel does have a little bit of a mark here. It has been touched up just with a bit of black paint. So unless you're really looking for it, you wouldn't really notice. And tread on these is pretty much brand new tread on those as well. Coming down the side of the vehicle, presents in really good condition. Finished in that really nice color as well. No marks that are really worth pointing out. And if we stop at our fourth and final wheel, as you can see again, really good condition of this wheel as well. This wheel has been touched up again as well, but you really wouldn't notice it from the far. Obviously the Brembo brakes on this side as well. And pretty much, as I said before, brand new tyres all around, so really good tread on all the tyres. So what we'll do now is we'll get the key, we'll take a look at the bonnet, inside the boot. Guys, take a look inside the boot real quick. As you can see, all that genuine SSV mats are inside, and we also, the previous owner has gone the extra mile to take care of his car with the cargo liner as well. If we take a look underneath the cargo liner, as you can see, we also have the original full-size spare chrome wheel as well. So obviously it's going to look a bit funny with the chrome wheel and black wheels, but in an emergency situation, I'm sure you wouldn't care. So what we'll do now, guys, is we'll jump to the front of the car and we'll take a look at the heart of this car, the engine. Guys, as I was saying before, this isn't your standard V8 engine that comes in the SSV. The previous owner has opted for a Walkaround package, so this has the Walkaround supercharger, VCM 5SC cams, the exhaust, the intake. The car's also been lowered. This car actually makes 432 rear wheel kilowatts. So obviously I'm not going to go into the specs of the fuel consumption and things like that, because obviously they've all been changed, but you would not be buying a car like this if you were concerned about fuel consumption. SSV now, we'll start you off on the driver's side door, all your power window controls and also your power mirror controls, a button to lock all 4 windows, and it will also light up as well. And as you can see on the door and the rest of the car, we have the red stitching going throughout the Alcantara and also the leather, being the SSV Redline. Central locking button just above the door handle, and then your headlights right next to that as well. You can just leave the headlights on auto and it'll do all the work for you. Also a little toggle wheel that will adjust the brightness inside the center cluster, and then you've got your heads-up display and also the height for the heads-up display and also the brightness in it as well. On the right hand stalk, you've got a menu button to flick through the little screen inside the center cluster, your indicators and also your high beams. On the left hand side, you obviously got your windscreen wipers. Right hand side of the steering wheel, you've got all your media control settings. On the left hand side, you've got your cruise control settings, your speed limiter, your lane departure warning, keep getting that wrong, and also your front end mitigation warning as well. Into the center screen, just next to that, we also got the engine start stop button, so it is a proximity key. So just as long as you have the key in the car, foot on the brake, you can start the car. Into the center screen now, as you can see, satellite navigation, really clear and easy to use. AM, FM radio, Bluetooth, AUX, USB, and also, I said Bluetooth already, sorry. And then you also have the reverse camera fitted, as I said before. So as you can see, you can just have the reverse camera, or you can go to park assist, and that will just go with the reverse sensors. Putting that back in the drive, well, not drive, neutral, sorry. Just below that, you got all your hard buttons for your meter control. It is a touch screen, but you can use the hard buttons if you wish as well. And then just below that, you got all your hard buttons for your climate control. This is dual zone climate control, and when you do change certain things, it will also come up on the screen. So change the temperature, comes up on the screen as well. Just below that, little storage area with also 12-volt socket, so you'd probably put your phone there. And then, as I mentioned before, 6-speed manual gearbox. Clutch is really friendly in this car, even with all the power that it does have. And obviously the gearbox is nice and notchy and easy to use. Just next to that, electronic handbrake, so up is on, and down is off. And then you got your traction control button, your parking assist, so this car can parallel park itself. And then you also got to turn off and on the parking sensors. 2 keys with this car as well. And obviously we have our 2 cup holders inside the leather wrapped armrest with the red stitching, as I said before. You have your USB and AUX, 12-volt socket, and if you're wondering what this little gap is in here, if the key was to go dead if the battery and the key was to go dead, you obviously would not be able to start the car. So you just chuck the key in here and you're still able to start the car. I'll just get the camera person just to quickly pan up before we pan around the interior, before we forget about the sunroof. Fully functioning sunroof, is automatic, so you open it, it will open automatically. You close it, it will close automatically as well. It has the tilt function as well, obviously. And now I'll just get the camera person just to pan around the interior, show you the condition of the car. With only 46,000 kilometers in the car and 400, it almost represents how much kilowatts is in this car, really. So really good car, really good value, and plenty of power at your disposal. Alright guys, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch the video on the 2013 SSV Redline. As you can see, it's not your standard SSV Redline with over 400 kilowatts at the wheels. I'm sure you're going to have some inquiries there, or you'd like to just talk about the car, so please give us a call, 9907 0555. My name is Jamie, and thanks for watching.